fact, when this card is in your graveyard,
Oh, Aleve, have you forgotten that the amazing power of money can do anything? Money makes life happy.
Oh gods, we're being massacred. Started with 2k each. I got 5k recently. Now one guy has over 8k while rest of us are in few hundreds. Confidence shattered when Full House got beat by his 4 of a kind. Also the guys at the table say hi Cap.
Thank you very much, Rala guys. Oh gods, we're being massacred. Started with 2k each. I got 5k recently. Now one guy has over 8k. Oh, okay, so he has 4 times as much. While the rest of us are in a few hundred. Confidence got shattered when Full House got beat by his 4 of a kind. I play poker on my phone sometimes, Rala guys. I've played probably hundreds of hands. I think I've only gotten quads like twice, probably ever in my entire time like playing poker. Maybe 3 times. Yeah, like I've only gotten that hand like 3 times. I think one time it was 8s and the other time it was like 4s. Also the guys at the table say hi Cap. Yeah, getting 4 of a kind is so I don't have a gambling issue. That's what maybe there's a small argument to say that I could have. I think I told you guys a story when I was in community college. So I think I was like 21, maybe somewhere around that. I learned about like online poker, and I spent the entire night playing, chat. I spent from, I want to say 11 o'clock until 8 o'clock in the morning. I played online poker for like 9 hours straight. And I looked at my, I looked at my clock and I was like, holy shit, I'm supposed to be in class, or I'm supposed to be in class in like 30 minutes. And I ended up skipping school. And after that, like I knew I had a problem, so I stopped playing. I stopped playing for like real money. Now I don't gamble for like real money. My only gambling is done in the stock market now. Train wreck moment. I was like 20. I was like 21. I mean, at least that's one of those things, chat, that I learned early on in my life. But thank you for the donation, Rala guys. Because I told you guys, chat, around that same time, I used to play poker with my friends like every Saturday night. Is this where subscribing makes life happy came from? Yes, yes. It's an anime called Shin-Chan. That's where, what's it called? That's where subscribing makes life happy. I used to go to my friend Carl's house, chat. A bunch of us from the grocery store, we used to all play poker. And that was the time where we invited Karen, and then I started dating her, and there you guys go. Like, I guess you could say gambling opened up opportunities for me, chat. But it's probably for the better that I, stop gambling. My gambling problem manifests itself in Yu-Gi-Oh! I don't consider Yu-Gi-Oh! Gambling. Unless you're talking about pack opening. And see, that's the thing. I never got into like pack culture, chat. I've never been one to just buy a box and be like, yo, I need to open these. Cause like Moist Critical's in that. He just, even though he has enough money to buy any card he wants, like he just, dude, I'm gonna buy a case of this and just open it up and see what I get. Like packs never just did it for me. Like, for me, Yu-Gi-Oh's about like, it's just all about competition. You know what I mean? Like that's the part that I get out of it, but not the gambling. I know if I signed up for the sports gambling apps, I would lose all my money. Dude, gambling, I used to always, what's it called, chat? I used to always look down at my dad when I became like old enough to know stuff. Because my dad was like a big gambler. I told you guys this stuff. My dad, chat, my dad was identical. My dad was identical to the main character, Bihan from Squid Game. My dad was just like him, chat. First episode of Squid Game, dad's gambling on was it horse racing or dog racing? One of those. But my dad was just like that character. It was uncanny. Like, man, I just saw myself in that kid. But then when I like got a taste of gambling as an adult, I'm like, oh shit. I can actually understand why there are things like gambling hotlines, because it's so addictive, chat. The winning is I don't know what that feeling is or what that like enzyme that your brain releases, chat, that gives you pleasure, but that shit is addicting, chat. It really is. Gambling is so bad. It's like buying options. Options are only bad when you lose. At least it's a little funny with options. I mean, it's sad, but it's like a little funny. But yeah, options is the version of gambling and the stock market. I don't consider investing to be really gambling. Like, there's risk, but if you just buy a share of Apple or Microsoft, you're not gambling. Like, Microsoft is not about to go out of business or like go under. Maybe in like 500 years or 200 years, but in your lifetime, probably not. Like, that's not really a gamble. Is it dopamine? Is that it? You guys are sure? Like, whatever that thing is where it's better than nutty. It's actually, bravo. It's actually like the same. It's the same exact like feeling. You know what I mean? That's the thing. It's like the same that, you know, gambling can give you the same rush as like sex. It's basically like the same. That's what I'm saying. Yes, it's dopamine. Dopamine and serotonin. Investing is lower risk gambling. Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough. Investing is almost nothing is no risk, but it's like it's super low risk. It would be like it'd be like if they dealt you a hand of like 5 cards and they say all you need to have is a red card and you win. That's like what low risk investing is. Like, you're gonna get a red card. You're not gonna get like, or maybe they gave you like 7 cards and they're like, look, if you get a red card, you win the game. Like, that's not even really a risk, is it? You know? Prague is gambling. It won't be when it moons. Oh my god, dude, when they just need to announce that they're getting bought by Pfizer, please. Announce they're getting bought by Pfizer, and then no more risk. It's not a risk until it's not really a risk though. If you bought, not to turn this into a stock talk chat, if you bought a blue chip company 20 years ago, like, where's the risk? It's only a risk when there are like crashes. But even if you just hold through the crashes, it's not a risk. If you bought 1 share of Microsoft in 1990, the share would be worth like 50 times what it was then. Like, that's not gambling. Now it's blue chip. Well, I said safe investing. Yeah, like that. Yeah, I'm specifically talking about like a lot of companies can go out of business, but we're talking about like S&P companies. S&P companies don't usually go out of business yet. S&P would be like big brands, Microsoft, Apple, Amazon, Tesla, Ford, McDonald's, Walmart, Target. Like, those companies don't usually go out of business. Like, you may get a few of them, maybe like 10 of them every decade, but not really.